Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Smoky Mountain Grassroots Racing Dirt League. Tonight we have the 305s on tap at Port Royal Speedway. It's going to be something fun. I've never been here personally. In sim-wise, I've never ran this track. I couldn't tell you how to run the track because I'm not a dirt racer. But tonight, these drivers are going to be at Port Royal. Looking at it now, it's a half mile. Air temperature is going to be 100 degrees Fahrenheit, or 75 degrees. So track temp, 100 degrees. But then again, it's dirt. You don't really have to worry about the track temp, as it's not really a big thing for the dirt side as it is for the oval side. But qualifying taking place right now is Sam Lawson. Puts it on the pole with a 8:16.825. Zach Bremer going to put his machine second quick on the board so far. Sam Baumgarten in third. Josh Notke in fourth. Stephen Perkins in fifth. Christopher Cash in sixth. Jason Hayes seventh. Gary Mansberger eighth. Actually, he jumps to P number 5 as everybody's still trying to get in their laps for tonight's debut here at Port Royal. PJ Popham, one of the strong guys coming on in later in the season. And at number 2, going to see what kind of lap time he can put down here as he goes 10th quickest on his first lap. He's still got another lap to go. Let's see if he can take that number 2 machine, put it up towards the front row, maybe qualify his way in. Doesn't have to do any heat races as he is going to go P number 3 for the laps. So move up PJ Popham up to P number 3. Dustin Lamb, the number 10, getting his laps done as he's going to qualify P number 9. Joshua Lockwood coming around to take his second lap time. Hour Lake, number 47. Or Lake Hour. Apologize. Looks like his second lap time is good enough to move him back up to P number 11. So, able to do what he needs to do. And Mark Ouellette, slowly but surely, holding on to P number 15. Still have Jacob Lamb and Christian Ruse to set qualifying times. Christian Ruse, a championship contender in the Ghost Cup League, has got his name etched into history over there on the Thursday nights as he has won the championship in the Cup Series. Christian Ruse tried to do the same thing over here on the dirt side. First ever championship on oval, period. Now he's trying to see what he could do on the dirt. But so far it is Sam Lawson with a 16.825 for tonight's poll. First lap for Mr. Ruse will be 15th quick with a 17.597. He's got to pick up over a 10th on the field. Christian Ruse sitting at P number 10 as the only guy left to qualify is going to be Mr. Jacob Lamb. And that will set out our field for the day. Ruse just going to pull it on the scales and leave it there momentarily. As qualifying pretty much getting wrapped up here. 15 seconds left to qualify. I don't think Jacob Lamb's going to be able to get a time in. But I want to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in here tonight and every week. I missed last week due to personal reasons. But we are back here tonight as qualifying is over. And going to get ready for our heat race number 1. See if the track map works here for this first one. It does. Going to go ahead and get get up on the grid and show you heat race number 1 is going to be Sam Baumgarten on the inside of row number 1, and then number 91, Gary Mansberger in the 13 machine on the outside. Christopher Cash on the inside, and then number 69, Christian Ruse in 4th, Joshua Lockwood in 5th, Joe Morant in 16th, Mark Ouellette in 7th, and that will round out your 7 drivers for tonight's first heat race. Last time we seen these drivers doing a little bit of battle, it was between the 91 and the 2. This time the 91 can breathe a little bit easier. Doesn't have the 2 out there with him, but he's got to do what he can to make it all worth his while. Just absolute beautiful paint schemes out here tonight as they're waiting for everybody to load on in. Looking at the number 013, 86M of the Yee number of Gary Mansberger, Christopher Cash in the Only Rigs, number 69, Christian Ruse in the 1-3 speed, number 14, the Smoke Pit, Joshua Lockwood in the Lake Hour, number 47, the 13, Twitch.tv Pigpen of Joe Morant, and then Mark Ouellette, and then number 83, Audrey's Legacy. We got the nice big Elite Performance Industries logo on the top wing there. Want to give a big shout out to Elite Performance Industries for sponsoring the races here tonight with the setups. Want to give a big shout out to 5 Cinematography for uploading some of the baddest pictures throughout the night. Want to give a big shout out to Lobster Boys Food Truck for coming on board and sponsoring this series as well. But pace car making its way all the way around Port Royal. It is a half-mile track, and we're going to see these drivers go green flag racing for 8 solid laps in heat race number 1. If there's anybody favorites of heat race number 1, it would be the number 91 machine of Sam Baumgarten. But I think you may be able to see somebody come all the way in and through and get the race win here tonight. Christian Ruse looking to add on to his mantle to get a heat race win or a feature win. But Sam Baumgarten, Gary Mansberger going to bring these gentlemen to the green flag off of turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is going to be waving in the air momentarily, and we are going to be back to racing here at Port Royal. Baumgarten getting a better jump than Gary Mansberger, but Gary down to the inside, a little bit of a crossover switcheroonie. Try to get down to the inside of Sam Baumgarten, able to get his nose in there, but had to back out of it momentarily. Sam Baumgarten going to take the lead. Looked like Joe Moran had a little bit of a wall issue there, as he is trying to rip the outside and dive it to back down inside. But still, everybody single file now. Christopher Cash sitting Peter before, Christian Ruse in 3rd, Gary Mansberger 2nd, Sam Baumgarten leading the field away. Lap number 3 out of 8 is complete and in the books. As everybody trying to do what they can to get enough positions, as we're going to have a battle for the race lead here. Gary Mansberger got all the way to the back bumper of Sam Baumgarten. There it is again, a little bit of a door shut from Sam Baumgarten. Sam able to hold on to Pete, number 1. Another big battle going on between the 14 and 69. Christian Ruse and Christopher Cash. As Ruse holding strong in P number 3. Chris Cash getting it all the way down to the inside. Chris Ruse not one to battle too heavy, especially in the 305 sprints. You don't want to clack wheels together, as he's going to let Christopher Cash go on by as lap number 6 out of 8. And here is your race lead, Sam Baumgarten, with the race lead over Gary Mansberger. Back here towards the back, Mark Roulette and Joshua Lockwood doing a little bit of trading back and forth, as Joshua Lockwood looked down to the inside, was not able to get there, and Mark Roulette's going to hold on to P number 6. Joe Morant riding all by himself, can see the battle brewing between the two drivers in front, but side-by-side action. And it's going to be Joshua Lockwood getting the position over Mark Roulette. Second heat race here on tap here tonight is going to be between Josh Notke in the number 113, Stephen Perkins in the 11 and starting in P number 2, Dustin Lamb in the 3rd, Jason Haynes in 4th, Nicholas Lamb in 5th, Chubby Miller in 7th, and you have Jacob Lamb running out the top 7. So you got all 3 Lamb brothers in one single race, as we're getting ready to gear up for it. See if the track map works again. It does. Hallelujah. Normally with the heat races, the track map doesn't really work, so I don't even really try to get the track map to come aboard. So you got Josh Notke and Stephen Perkins leading this field onto the green. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to our content. Helps us out tremendously. Want to thank all almost 700 subscribers for your continued support to CRN. We're up to 7 days a week on broadcasts. We got 2 broadcasts here tonight. We got 2 more tomorrow. 1 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We may have some money races going on, and then Sunday we are off for Labor Day. I hope everybody enjoys their Labor Day. As Notke, Perkins going to lead these drivers off to the green flag, side by side, 3 rows deep, and then 1 lonesome car. And Jacob Lamb, number 20, did not able to put a lap time down. But green flags get ready to come out here tonight, and there they go, off to the races. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Nice little slow start, and already Stephen Perkins is looking down to the inside. He's going to try to do a little bit of a capitalize and run, and he's going to take over that P number 1 position off of Josh Notke. Jason Haynes trying to do the same thing. Use that outside to his advantage, cutting it down to the inside, and able to get the run that he needs. Is he going to be able to get caught back up to Josh Notke? Right behind him, Dustin Lamb, Chubby Miller. Do a little bit of battle back here, the 10 and the 6. 6 repping a new paint scheme here tonight, as he is currently rounding out your top 5. Nicholas Lamb falling all the way back, and it now is trying to regain some of the positions that he lost in that number 5 machine. The 20, Jacob Lamb, run to the outside, trying to get that berm up packed in before tonight's feature. Is just up here in front. They are side by side. The 10, Dustin Lamb, down to the inside. Oh, hits the wall, hits Jason Haynes. No caution's going to be coming out. Oh, the 20 had to check up majorly to not get in the back of the number 66, and I think the 66 might be broken and the 10 might be broken. So these two drivers might have to go into pit lane to get those cars repaired. And they just stop them and pull them off the track. As Josh Notke not going to be able to get to the race leader. As we're going to see if we can see that one more time. As these drivers are racing. But nonetheless, lap number 7 is just a little bit too much to try and find with only one lap left here in the second heat race. Don't want to miss any of the action, but it's going to be Steven Perkins picking up the race win here, or the heat race win here tonight. Joshua Naki in second, Chubby Miller in third, Nicholas Lamb in fourth, Jacob Lamb in fifth, sixth will be Dustin Lamb, in seventh will be Jason Haynes. Warm up coming your way, and while they do that, we're going to go ahead and give you a little bit of "You Love to Hear It" while we get everything situated on our end, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back here for tonight's feature main event. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the grid while everybody's getting ready to go. But first, position is going to be Sam Lawson. Second is going to be Zach Bremer. Third will be PJ Popham. Fourth is going to be Sam Baumgarten. Fifth will be Steven Perkins. Sixth, Gary Mansberger. Seventh, Josh Nodke. Eighth, Christopher Cash. Ninth, Chubby Miller. 10th, Christian Ruse. 11th, Nicholas Lamb. 12th, Joe Morant. 13th, Jacob Lamb. 14th, Joshua Lockwood. 15th, Dustin Lamb. 16th, Mark Ouellette. And running out your 17 car 305s are going to be Jason Haynes in that number 66. Field is going to be under pressure from Mr. Sam Lawson, the governor, leading these drivers to the green flag. I want to thank everybody that is just now tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. Comment who your favorite driver is, as we have Don Dada going for Jacob. Barry Kistler say, let's go drivers. Kelly Collins, let's go. WTHC Radio in the house. So everybody out there rooting on and watching their favorite driver go for 30 laps here at Port Royal. As Sam Lawson going to bring these drivers to the green flag here to start the feature event. The track map up here for everybody. As Sam Lawson, Zach Bremer. We're back to racing here at Port Royal. Already you see racing all the way through the track. Just not one good camera angle to get for all of the 17 drivers here tonight, as we already have a wreck in the back going to collect a couple of different drivers. No caution as of yet, and more drivers are out. And wow, that was a big pile up. I'm going to go ahead and find out what happened first back here. See what happens. They're too wide, pretty much the whole field and all the way around. Let me get to the actual incident here. Down into turn number 3. Oh, it looked like the 5 and the 20 getting together. The 47 getting involved. And then you have the 83 getting involved in that one. And then later on through, you're going to have the 69 getting involved in something here early, as they threw the caution just a little bit too late. But looking on the board with the number 69 of Chris Cash. Going into turn number 3, Gary Mansberger down on the inside. The 11 tagging Bremer just the slightest little bit. The 03 or the 113 check it up. Christopher Cash check it up as well, and only 3 drivers. So you got the 113, the 13, and the 69 getting involved in that one. It's amazing how many people did not get involved in that, but nonetheless, we're getting ready to go back live. But first lap chaos there, but nonetheless, race is going to get back to going good. I'll go ahead and reload this with the track map, see if that helps at any. There it is. Now we have the track map on the screen. Not a lot going on, but still, anything can happen. It is a long 30 laps. Caution laps do not count. Tire wear is going to play a factor here tonight, so definitely got to watch and make sure you pay attention to that. But Sam Lawson's got the bozo button, or go-go button, in his hand. PJ Popham already up to P number 2, but as Sam Lawson lead these drivers back to the green flag, we're underway as everybody trying to get back to pacing. Sam Baumgarten riding out P number 3, but back here, Gary Mansberger down on the inside. He's got Christian Ruse on his outside. Gary Mansberger gets a little bit too sideways, but Christian Ruse misses the corner just a little bit. He's going to carry the momentum down to the front stretch into the quarter number 1 and 2. And look at the run. He gets off the corner. Gary Mansberger really had to get off the throttle. Chubby Miller gets in the back of him. Gary Mansberger might have a left front broken. He does, or right front broken. He does. He's going to smack the wall. Going to try to limp that number 86 machine all the way back around and get into pit lane. That's something that you don't really want to see. You get a broken tire. PJ Popham dropping down to P number 3. Sam Baumgarten down on the inside, but PJ Popham going to try to get that outside rolling. Sam Baumgarten comes up off the top or the bottom just a little bit. He's going to be able to clear off turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. PJ Popham running a little bit higher than Sam Baumgarten as of right now. And it's still going to be Sam Baumgarten sitting P number 2 towards the back. Chubby Miller trying to catch up to Jason Haynes, who's up 10 positions from where he has started. Jason Haynes currently sitting P number 8. In that number 66, Chubby Miller getting a little bit too high off the corner exit, but nonetheless did not hit the wall at all. The 20, Jacob Lamb. You got 2 of the Lamb brothers, Dustin and Jacob, following each other. Look like Josh Notke. No, who is that? Josh Notke was looking down on the inside of Jacob Lamb, just not able to make the transition. But Dustin Lamb already all over the back bumper of Chubby Miller. Dustin Lamb down to the inside, going to try to take over that position number 8. Just not able to do so here just yet, as there's racing all over the racetrack here. Going to look at the number 24 as he is all over the back of Stephen Perkins. You can see everybody kind of made their way up to the top. PJ Popham has taken over the race lead. Everybody running the outside now. Nobody's down to the inside. Maybe a few. Got a little bit of stragglers, but it's all PJ Popham leading this field. Sam Baumgarten trying to get around Sam Lawson. Stephen Perkins up to P number 4, gaining a 1 position. And right behind him, they got Zach Bremer falling back 3 positions. Christian Ruse up 4 positions from where he has started, but he's got a fast Jason Haynes closing in behind him on lap number 13 out of 30. Racing is just getting ready to get picked back up here, as we're going to have a battle here momentarily. Where does Christian Ruse go? Ruse goes high, Haynes goes low. Haynes trying to use that inside lane with the advantage, but can't get it done. He's got to get to the outside of Christian Ruse to make anything happen. He's going to get right back up on his tail fin, but just not able to get the car rotated enough to get around Christian Ruse. You can see how close he gets to the number 14 machine. He's just got to try and peek that nose on the outside of Christian Ruse, get him off that high side hustle. Just not able to do so just yet, as the 013 of Gary Mansberger finally out. A little bit of a slide job maybe from the number 66 down on the inside, not able to make it work. Back here, nice little 3-car battle. Josh Notke able to pull away from Jacob Lamb and Joe Morant. These 2 drivers trying to do what they can, but just behind them you got Christopher Cash and Nicholas Lamb. These 2 drivers know each other very well. They're always around each other come race time. Battle back up here for P number 6. Can Jason Haynes get it? away from Christian Ruse. Now he's really riding that outside. You can see just how much it is, how bumpy it really is. We're going to go ahead and take a ride on board with the number 66. Show a nice little roll bar camera here. See what and how bumpy it is for the number 66. You can't really see anything out just because of the top wing, but you get a perspective, especially with all of the dirt hitting the rock screen. We're on board with Sam Lawson, as he is right on the back bumper of Sam Baumgarten, not letting him go anywhere. As you see him going down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. And there it is, lap number 23, and we are under another yellow, so a nice green flag run there. So Mark Roulette bringing out a caution here tonight. We'll see what happens to the number, gets up into the wall. Upside down. Do we get a yard sale, though? If we don't get a yard sale, I don't want it. I want to see some feathers flying. He's just going to back it up, put it back up in the outside wall. Everybody able to jump and miss. The number 83, Chubby Miller, coming up off the corner. He was able to get the car towed off the track. And see if anybody else said everybody was crashing. Yeah, highly doubt. Yeah, okay. So they're just all slowing down for the yellow flag. There you see it. Everybody single file through the pack. Stephen Perkins in P number 4. Zach Bremer in 5th. Christian Ruse in 6th. Jason Hayes 7th. Chubby Miller 8th. Josh Notke in 9th. Jacob Lamb in 10th. Joe Morant 11th. Nicholas Lamb in 12th. Christopher Cash 13th. 14th. Josh Lockwood. 15th. Dustin Lamb. 16th will be Margaret. In our biggest drop of the race is going to be Gary Mansberger, down 11 positions from where he has started. As everything is getting caught back up here, but nonetheless, once we get there. But Jason Haynes still going to be our biggest mover of the race, up 10 positions from where he has started. It's BJ going to lead these drivers back to the green flag. Is he going to go just a little bit early? But he does. We are back to racing here at Port Royal. I'm going to look at Jason Haynes. Going to try to use that top shelf once again. He's got Chubby Miller down to his inside. Chubby Miller's not going to have the run. He's going to have to check up even more. And look at the run that Jason Haynes got on. Christian Ruse gets to the back of him. Able to save it. Now what you want to have happen is right back here, there's a 3-4 car battle, maybe get a 5-car battle, the 6, the 113, the 20, the 5, and the 13. All under a blanket. Now Chubby Miller trying to pull away as Josh Notke throws a little bit of a slider line. Nicholas Lamb getting a little bit loose there. As I would think the tires may be gone. 3 wide coming off turn number 2. Joe Morant recognizes it, checks up, gets out of the situation. And there he goes, Jacob Lamb on that outside. Nicholas Lamb not able to get it to happen. But it is all PJ Popham, Sam Baumgarten, Sam Lawson, Stephen Perkins. Your top 4 with Zach Bremer in P number 5. Here comes Christian Ruse. He's into the wall. Maybe get off of it. He does. And Christian Ruse going to lose P number 7. As Jason Haynes capitalizes on that little bit of a mistake. But we are under caution here once again. And that is going to involve Joe Morant here tonight. Going to see what happens to the number 13 machine. Oh, the 5 gets in the wall. Joe Morant's trying to move down and miss him. Gets clipped to the outside wall. Yard sale. Yes, we do. Joe Morant's got the autographed top wing, if anybody wants it. No wheel fell off, so sorry, everybody, you can't get a wheel from Joe Morant. But for 4 easy payments of $14.99, you can have a top wing autographed by Joe Morant in tonight's yard sale. As Joe Morant had to leave. Oh, he was able to drive the car back to pit lane, so good for him. Not going to drop a lap. Is now that Christian Ruse got that lucky yellow, can he get back up there to where he was? Can he get around the number 66 of Stephen Perkins? If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys tune into the other stream that we got going on. Is John Obinger, Joe Sullivan in the broadcast booth for the ARCA Menard Series, Core ARCA Menard Series at Michigan. I'll be popping in over there as soon as this broadcast is over. But John Nobinger has all the action from Michigan. It's going to be a great race, ARCA Menard Series. Wednesday night, you're going to see myself back in the broadcast booth for the Lucky Dog Racing League. As their season starts winding down and people are starting to come on as of late. You got Chop Shop on Wednesday night with Mark and Carl. So you got a GT League and Oval League on Wednesday night. Thursday night, you will have Dirt for Beginners. But we are back underway here tonight in the 305s. Chubby Miller using that outside to his advantage. Joe Morant not able to get it going. He's going to possibly take it behind the wall, but not a great jump for a lot of those drivers. Going to see what happened. Chris Ruse getting a little bit too sideways down on the inside, and it is now a top side track. PJ Popham, oh, Stephen Perkins on that outside. Oh, who's that? I think that was Zach Bremer. Oh no, Jason Haynes hard to the wall. No broken tire, but he's got a yard sale, no front wing. Onto that number 66 machine, Zach Bremer. Closing the door on that number 66, but it's going to be PJ Popham collecting tonight's race win. Sam Bumgarden in second, Sam Lawson in third, Stephen Perkins in fourth, Zach Bremer in fifth, Chubby Miller in sixth. Jason Haynes, biggest mover here tonight in a P number 7. Without a front wing, I might say. Chris Ruse in 8th. Josh Notke in 9th. Jacob Lamb in 10th. Christopher Cash in 12th. Dustin Lamb 11th. Joshua Lockwood in the 13th. Nicholas Lamb 14th. I'll just go ahead and bring up the results here. Joe Morant in 15th. Bring him up. There we go. Nicholas Lamb in 14th. Joe Morant 15th. Gary Mansberger in 17th or 16th. And Mark Ouellette running out your 17-car field. We're going to go ahead and get our top 3 up here in the broadcast booth and have a little bit of a word from them. We got third place already in there. We're going to go ahead and move on over to the governor. That's going to be Sam Lawson. This is Dylan, the CRN broadcast booth. Get a copy.
I got you, man.
All right, buddy. You started on the pole. You try to keep PJ behind you. Same with Sam Baumgarten, but it seemed like once those two drivers both got around you, it's just hard to make up that little bit of time that they gained on you.
Yeah, I mean, they're fast guys, but like I saw the way PJ was racing. I mean, he's going to race a bit dirty, throwing sliders on stop on top of cars, you know. So I just let those two go at it because I'm in the points battle for the championship, and tonight was a good night to make that up. So I was happy with third.
Yeah, how bad did the track transition here tonight? We've seen probably, I don't know, maybe like the first 10, 12 laps, everybody running down the inside, and then it seemed like nobody wanted that inside anymore, and the runs were coming from the outside. Did you pick up on that before everybody else did? Did you make your move up to the top shelf, or were you just trying to figure out when to do it, or was it when the leader went, you went?
I was just trying to figure out what the car wanted because like this setup tonight was just super tight. Like you couldn't turn hardly, and once you go to turn, you turn too much. So hopefully you can start getting a bit looser setups with it. But it's more just a setup telling us where to go. Can't run where the setup don't let you.
Yeah, that is true. You can't really run where a car doesn't want to run either. You're just going to burn up tires on the oval side where dirt you can kind of do that too. So, but a strong P3 here tonight, Sam, with the pole award here tonight. Is there anybody on that number 44 you'd like to give a shout out to?
I got to thank you guys up in the broadcast booth on CRN, ain't that right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. Core Racing Network, and then True Sim Productions, USA Firearms, Five Kings Motorsports, Kingdom Racing. Yeah.
All right, Sam, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here, celebrate that third place finish here tonight, and hopefully we get able to talk to you again next week.
I'll see you Tuesday night, buddy.
Yes, sir. All right, that's going to be our third place finisher of Sam Lawson. We're going to go ahead and move up to our second place finisher of Sam Baumgarten. Sam, this is Dylan in the broadcast booth. Get a copy.
I got you.
All right, Sam. I know it's going to be a heavy battle between you and PJ, and that's pretty much what we got. But the single file restarts kind of played into the leader's favor, not second place's favor. But kind of walk me through how tonight's race went in your perspective.
I thought we had good racing there up front. I was just talking to PJ a little bit. We were trying to hash out what happened there. I forget what lap it was on, but he was side by side with Lawson going down the back straightaway. He sent it in, and I felt like he kind of parked it on my nose because I wasn't really expecting him to slide me. I knew he was going to slide Sam, but once he got out front, I mean, his cautions fell once again, and like you said, the single file racing just didn't, or single file restarts didn't really help to be able to try and make a move. Leader has all the advantage, and with the pace car dipping down in the backstretch here, you really, I mean, you're guessing the whole time going into 3 and 4. He could go middle of 3 and 4. He could go coming out. I mean, it's such a big track. So, I mean, good race overall. Congrats to PJ for taking the win. I just wish we could have battled it a little bit better. Setup really wasn't that great tonight. I don't know who's making the setups, but that's way too tight. If it wasn't tight, it was just snapping oversteer. So, yeah, that's about it, man.
Well, next week we take the turn over to the Pro Late models, as you know we do 1 week on the 305s, 1 week on the Pro Lates. Are you more keen to the Pro Late models with a little bit of fenders on them where you don't have to necessarily worry about flipping the car with touching wheels, or are you just kind of taking it race by race?
I'm more of a sprint car guy. I kind of wish we'd be running the 360s, a little bit more horsepower. These 305s, they're so momentum-based. It's momentum-based racing that it's just tough, especially when you get good drivers in here. You can't really make any moves, or you got to make desperate moves to make something happen. But I don't mind the late models. I would definitely prefer driving the faster sprint cars. But, I mean, we haven't really been able to run the late models here the last couple of weeks, so we'll try and show up and see if we can't get the number 91 a good finish.
All right, Sam, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 91 machine you'd like to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, shout out to you for doing a broadcast for us. Greatly appreciate it. I want to shout out True Sim Productions, as always. I want to shout out Savage Edge Graphics. CJR Graphics, if you need a paint scheme, go check out CJR Graphics on Facebook. He'll get you hooked up. Savage Edge Apparel, of course, like I said, if you need a t-shirt, they'll literally put your name on anything. Go to savageedge.com. If you guys are up in the Vermont area, make sure you check out Priority Auto. And yeah, I think that's it, man. At least for right now. I'm spacing tonight.
It's all good, Sam. I have those moments too, but nonetheless, great racing by you, sir, and can't wait to see what you bring next week.
Thanks, sir.
All right, that's going to be our second place finisher of Sam Baumgarten. Going to go ahead and bring up our race winner. The man on the move is going to be the number 2 of PJ Popham. PJ, this is Dylan in the broadcast booth. Get a copy.
Hey, Dylan, I got you.
All right, buddy. You started towards maybe like the rear. Actually, I don't know where you started. I couldn't really. Okay, so you started P number 4 on the field. You started third. Actually, you started P number 3, but nonetheless, you come home with the race win. Port Royal. I've never ran it. Looks like a big, wide open track, but then again, when you're actually in the car, it looks a little bit thinner than what it looks like just watching the racing. But I mean, the 305's momentum based, like Sam Baumgarten was saying. What was the key move or the key point in the race where you knew that it just all went in your favor?
Well, at the beginning, it was just trying to be a little patient. We got a good start and got up to second. I was just following the 44 car. We were making a little bit of time on him, and then we got that caution and then restarted. And Sam got by us the 91 car and just kind of followed him for a little bit. And then going through one, I diamonded the corner and got under the 44. And then got past both of them in 3 and 4. I don't know. I'll have to go look at the replay and see what happened in 3 and 4, but I got into the 91, I guess. So, but after we got out front, it was just about hitting our marks and keeping the car smooth and keeping the momentum up.
Right, you know, that's all this 305 is all the main concern, but you've pretty much came in as a newcomer and pretty much showed your dominant hand when it comes to the 305. So is that kind of what we're going to see the rest of the season for the 305s? Or are you just going to, like you said, take your time, be patient, and whatever comes to you, comes to you?
Yeah, you got 30 laps. You got to be a little bit patient. There's always some cautions. You just got to make sure to keep the car clean so you're there at the end, have a chance for it. But, we'd like to lead every lap, but that's just not a realistic goal. So just keeping her clean and finishing up front would be good for me.
All right, PJ, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 2 machine you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got to thank all my sponsors, Pacer Sign and Design, DM Race Engines, Upfront Bodies, Bison Ford, Sullivan Brothers Construction, Flawless Auto Body, Elysian Salon, Realtor Dusty Popham. Got to thank my dad and my fiance Katie.
All right, PJ, congrats on the race win here tonight, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again real soon.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for the interviews here tonight. That's going to do it for Port Royal. Make sure you guys tune in to the other CRN broadcast as John Obinger and Joe Sullivan bring you the live action from Michigan and the Core Racing League Arco Menard Series as they battle at Michigan. Tomorrow night, you're going to have another doubleheader on streams. It's going to be myself in the broadcast booth for Lucky Dog Racing League as they go to, I believe, it is South Boston for 125 laps in the late model stock car. Going to be a great race. Can't wait to have it happen Wednesday night. While I'll be doing that, you're going to have the Mark Thomas and Carl Handwerk in the broadcast booth for the Chop Shop GT League as they get ready to tackle their race over there. Thursday night, you got Dirt 4 Beginners with Thad Marshall and John Obinger in the broadcast booth. Maybe a Friday night stream and a Saturday night stream with the Fed Custom PC money races on a Friday and Saturday, and then a Sunday night. We are on a bye week due to the Labor Day holiday coming up. That's going to do it for myself here in the CRN broadcast booth. It's been great racing here tonight. Can't wait to see what next week brings, but make sure you guys take care. Brush your hair.